So, question 25. Find the absolute maximum and minimum of the equation fx equals 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x on the interval of 0 to 3. So before we begin, you should consider whether or not it's continuous. And we know that it's continuous because this equation is a polynomial. So we know that there are no sharp corners and it's continuous throughout. And because it's continuous, we know that the extreme value theorem applies in this situation because the extreme value theorem is defined as whether or not a function is continuous from A to B. There's at least one maximum and one minimum. So we know that in this equation, there's definitely at least one maximum and one minimum. So in order to begin, we should find the derivative of this equation, which would be 6x squared minus 6x minus 12. And this, we're just using the power rule. We can simplify it even further. This one goes, let me just write this here. Okay, so now that we know that, we're going to set it to equal to 0 in order to find out the critical points. So, probably don't have to solve it out. You know that this would be x equals 2, x equals negative 1. Now, we cannot use negative 1 because our interval is from 0 to 3, or our domain is from 0 to 3, and negative 1 is not part of the domain. So we know that we cannot use negative 1. Alright, so now that we know this number, we're going to plug it in back to the original equation. So we'll start from 0, because that's given, 2 and 3. Make it nice. So we plug it in, you should get, when x equals 0, fx equals 0. When x equals 2, fx equals negative 20. And when x equals 3, fx equals negative 9. Now, the biggest number here is 0. So that would be at x equals 0. There is an absolute maximum of 0. And the lowest number is negative 20. So at x equals 2, there is an absolute minimum of negative 20. And that is how you solve it.